na tayo. Di bale, mabilis lang naman to. Siguro isang oras lang. Sana.
Sir, may kaka-join.
Oops. Recording. Okay, joining naman na siya. Ayan. Alright. So, I think wala na mag-join. 34 participants. Oh, that's good. Mataas-taas. Okay. So, let's start. So, the language of sets. So, ito na yung 2.2. Oops, wala ako. Yung invisible yung mukha ko. Nangyari. Wait lang. Uy, hindi ma-detect yung mukha ko. Anyway, so hayaan nyo na muna. Ganyan na yan. Ang mahalaga, naririnig nyo ako. Okay, so kita nyo na yung nasa screen.
Opo. Yes, sir.
Alright, so that's good. Okay, so let's make this quick. So language of sets. So first, ano nga ba ang set? So set is a formal mathematical term was introduced in 1829 by George Cantor. Okay? Teka lang, minimize ko to. George Cantor. So, pinanganak siya noong 1845 and then died at the year 1918. Okay? So, another meaning of set, so it is a collection of elements. Okay, so I hope this is quite familiar to you guys since I think na-discuss nyo na to noong mga past year nyo. Well, baka introduction lang, pero at least may idea na kayo about set sana. Okay? So, example. So, C is the set of all countries in Asia. Then, Philippines is an element of C. Okay. So, yung C dito is just a variable wherein it contains elements. Okay. So, kung iisipin nyo, kahit anong pangalan naman yan, kahit anong variable, pwede nga isang letter lang eh. Kagaya na ito. C is the set of all countries in Asia. So, ibig sabihin, itong C na to, meron siyang mga subsets wherein yun na yung mga country. Taiwan, Japan, Korea, ano pa ba? Vietnam. So, any countries that is under Asia. Okay? And then, one example of element. So, ito, Philippines is an element of C. So, parang vice versa lang. Binaliktad lang natin. Okay? So, C yung parang father. And then, meron siya mga subsets. Okay? So, another example is I is the set of all integers from 1 to 100. Okay? So, another variable. So, pwedeng int o int or pwedeng kumpletuhin nyo integer or pwedeng letter I lang. Wherein this letter I is composed of 100 numbers. Okay? Kasi naka-indicate naman dito na 1 to 100. Okay? Then, the number is element of I. Okay?
Sir.
So, yes?
Sir, baka pwedeng yung mga nakaka-distract po kasi yung may hindi po kasi nakamute.
Alright. So, kapag... Ay, kakamute ko lang actually. Okay. So, okay na? So, ayun na nga, sabi ko kanina. So, yung father natin, yung father set, is maraming subset. So, eto kahit anong pangalan to, variable name lang naman to eh. Okay? So, below that, may mga element of course, wherein an example is 26 as is an element of I. So, starting from 1 to 100, lahat yon is an element below letter I. Okay? So, I hope clear tayo doon. So, in real world naman, let's say yung table ko, ito. Oops. Okay, so yung table ko, meron siyang mga things. Okay? So, sa table ko, meron akong monitor, meron akong mga ball pens, meron akong mga notebooks, and mga libro. Okay, so parang ito yung box ko or ito yung set ko mismo, yung table, and then kung ano yung laman niya, yun yung mga element. Alright, so ganun lang naman kasimple. Oops, yari, yan. Nakakuha para to step by step. But, nilagyan ko na natin ng, ang tawag dito, transition noon. So, medyo nakakornihan ako ngayon ng tagal. Alright, so notation. So, pangalawang kailangan nyo malaman kapag dating sa language of sets is yung notation. Okay, so one example is if S is a set, okay, the notation X is an element or X, ito tong X na to is just a variable and then to parang nakikita nyo yung E na to, okay, ito yung symbol ng element, okay, of set S. Alright, so para hindi magulo, kung ano yung nasa left, yun yung variable lang. So X is an element of set S. Okay, so ang pagbasa dyan, is yan. X is an element of S or set S. Okay? And then the notation X, ito naman yung, actually same lang siya nito, dapat. Ganyan din dapat yung itsura niya, pero wala akong mahanap na ganito na merong parang bar or merong, yung guhit na ganito. Ito. Makikita nyo man to ngayon. Okay? So dapat ganito rin, pero may guhit lang dapat sa taas. So ibig sabihin yan, X is not an element of S. Okay, so ito, element, ito naman, not an element. Alright, so I hope this one is clear. So take note on this one since baka masama sa quiz. Alam nyo na kapag ito, element lang. Kapag ito naman is not an element. Alright? Right, so next, example. We have set A, wherein it has an element of 1, 2, 3. Another set is set B, wherein it has an element of 3, 1, 2. And then C is equal to 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. All right? So here's the question. So what are their common elements?
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3 po.
1, 2, and
2
3.
and 3,
Okay?
sir.
All right, so that's good. Okay, so imagine na lang sa isang table din, hindi mahalaga kung ano yung kulay, kung ano man yung sizes. So, let's say, sa isang table, ano ba yung laman? Hindi mahalaga kung ano yung brand ng desktop, kung ano yung brand ng notebook. As long as may notebook, notebook na siya. As long as may pencil, pencil na siya. Okay? So, isang element lang yun. So, kapag may naulit, let's say, yun tatlong ballpen, tatlong libro, hindi na rin yan mahalaga. Okay? So, kung papansinin nyo sa letter C, maraming 1, marami ring 3, and then isang 2. Same lang din to sa 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So, pwede nyo siyang i-simplify actually. Okay? Sa isang set, wala dapat na uulit na element. Okay? So, isa yun sa mga tip pag sinabi nating set. Okay? So, sa B, hindi rin mahalaga yung arrangement. Okay? So, kung papansinin nyo, 3, 1, 2 dito, and then 1, 2, 3. So, same lang yan. Since meron namang, let's say, sabihin natin, pencil to. May pencil din siya. May, ano pa ba? Charger. May charger dito, may charger din dito. May face mask dito, may face mask din dito. Okay? It's just that, na-shuffle lang siya, pero same na nasa isang, or yes, nasa dalawang table sila, pero same sila ng element. Okay? Alright. So, the common elements of set A, B, and C are elements 1, 2, 3. Alright? So, sa set, hindi mahalaga yung arrangement. And then, sa set, dapat wala ding nauulit na element. Okay? So, are we clear so far?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Right, so that's good. So, another example is one. Paano ba to? Curly bracket wherein it has a 0 is equal to 0. Ang corny. Nandito na yung sagot to. Alright. So, imagine nyo na lang, wala pa yan dyan. So, ano sa tingin nyo? Huwag nyo dayain yung sarili nyo. So, are they the same?
No, sir.
Alright, so of course, they are not the same since we are talking about sets. But, okay. But, if it's close enough in parentheses, which is it contains 0, and then, let's say, just equal to 0. So, this is 1. Are they the same? Are they equal with each other?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Bakit hindi?
Sir, kasi hindi kami sure kung ang sinasabi ba nung equals to 0 na yun is amount of element. Kaya kung sinabi natin na sir, equal to 0, kung kinakount natin yung element na nandun sa mismong set, hindi pa parang mali na sabihing 0 yung laman ng set na yan.
Alright.
In my opinion, sir, parang yan.
Okay. So, take note. Magkaiba tong curly bracket sa parentheses. So, those two are not the same. Okay? So, kapag set, curly bracket lang dapat. Okay? So, nung face-to-face namin, so clear ko to sa kanila, kapag na-enclose sa curly bracket, set yun. Pero kapag parenthesis lang, so parenthesis lang siya, it's just, part of PEMDAS para maalam natin na ito yung priority natin sa isang equation. Okay? So basically, this one is the same with 0. Okay? So, yun yung pinagkaiba nila. Pero, eto, set, iba na to sa hindi or walang curly bracket. Okay? So, imagine na lang kapag sinabing set, box siya. Okay? So, ito is equal to a box. Okay? Wherein it contains, it could be a variable or a number. Okay? Unlike this one, hindi siya set. So, hindi sila the same. Ito, set siya na walang laman. And then, ito naman is 0. So, ito, set siya na meron ng laman na 0. And then, ito naman 0 lang. So, basically, this one is not the same with 0. Alright? So, I hope we are clear with that one. So, yan. Ito naman na yung parang explanation. So, 0 or set wherein it contains element 0 is not equal to 0 because set that contains 0 is a set with one element. Okay, so ito na yun. One element named 0, which is 1. Whereas 0, ito naman, 0 is just a symbol that represents the number 0. Alright? So, nagets naman so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope that's clear. So, be mindful na lang kapag curly bracket, set yung laman nun. Okay, so pwedeng empty set, ayan, walang laman na set, or merong laman na set. So, magkaiba yan sa parenthesis lang.
Sir, question, sir.
Ano yan?
Sir, ano pinagkaiba ng empty set sa null set?
Empty set, I think the same lang sila eh. Actually, nabasa ko yun sa libro. Pag sinabi nating empty, ayun, literal, walang laman. Nagalin nyo lang yung 0. Kapag null, may nakalagay kasing, hindi ko lang alam kung nakita nyo na yon, yung null na yon, meron parang nakalagay na 0 wherein may slash sa gitna. Wherein it symbolize an invalid or hindi countable or hindi siya counted as an element. Wherein kapag i-compare mo silang dalawa, yung isa walang laman, yung isa naman may laman, pero hindi siya counted as an element. That's why they called it null. An idea? Kung yun ba yung parang differences nila? Hindi ko maalala. But I'm pretty sure if it's empty set, wherein it is a set na walang laman. Okay? Kapag null, may laman, pero hindi valid. Okay? So, assignment ko yun. Okay? So, from Mr. LG. So, that's a good question. Alright, so any other question?
None, sir.
Right, so how about the others?
None, sir.
So, I think wala. So, kung may idea man kayo kung ano yung tama, okay, so share nyo lang. Mamaya mali pala yung sinasabi kong null wherein it contains an element pero hindi siya counted as an element. So, they called it null. Anyway, let's move on. So, another example. How many elements are there in the set? Ito na to. So, tignan nyo na lang by eyes. Kasi pag sinabi ko, masyadong obvious. So, how many elements are there in this set? Nakakainis. Dapat wala yan eh. Mali yung transition ko. Dapat hindi pa yun magpapakita eh. Wala, nagpapakita ka agad. Okay? So, dito, dalawa yung element. Okay, na meron tayo. One, and then another element or another set wherein it contains an element. Okay, so kung bibilangin nyo to, 1 and 2. Alright, so kung ito man, may laman pang, let's say, 3 element, magiging 4 na, ilang element yung nandito?
Sir, pwedeng pa ng visual representation ng question niya?
Ano yun?
Hindi ko ma-imagine eh. Parang visual representation ng question niya, sir, kasi hindi ko ma-imagine yung sinasabi niya.
Alright, so ito nandito ngayon is dalawang element yung meron tayo. Okay? But what about if meron pa akong element sa loob ng set nung nasa set? Kasi ganyan. Okay? So ilang element yung nandito?
Sir, dalawa pa rin.
Or
Or?
Dalawa pa rin, sir.
Okay, so tama si Mr. LJ. Dalawa pa rin. Since ang kinoconsider natin is yung nasa pinakalabas na set. Okay? So, itong set na to, hindi na natin papakialaman kung ano yung laman yan. So, imagine this one as first na lang. Okay? So, yung table natin, yung table natin is may laman na first, and then may laman na another element. So, ito yung first natin. So, hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga laman. So, pag binuksan mo, yan yung laman niya. 2 to 1. So, kung i-count mo yung total elements, so dalawa lang. Isa, dalawa. Alright? So, I hope this one is clear. May clarification or may hindi nakagets. So, ganun din dito. Pag nagdagdag pa ako, so, ito, 3 element. Alright? Dagdag pa ako isa. Ito, 4 elements na to. Right? So, ito yung explanation dito. So, the set 1, wherein it contains another set, wherein it has another value of 1, has 2 elements. So, 1 and the set whose only element is 1. Okay? So, ang consider natin is ito and then yung set niya mismo. Alright, so next one. So, another example. How many elements are there in... Oops, parang nawalit. Set... Ba't nagloko yung transition ko? Dapat ganyan yung kanina eh. Tapos ganyan. Anyway, so yan na yun. And then another example. So for each non-negative integer n, so mali to. So u sub n dapat to. Okay, so i-correct ko lang. U sub n. Ayan, yan dapat. Sub o, u sub 1, sub 0. Alright. Tayo dyan. Alright, so another example. For each non-negative integer n, let u sub n, so set to, wherein it has a positive n, or positive integer, and then a negative integer. So it says here, find u sub 1, u sub 2, and then u sub 0. Dapat wala pa yun eh. Gulo talaga. So yun, nonsense yung pagtatanong ko since nandito na yung sagot. So, ayun na nga. So, ito na yung value ng u sub 1 natin. So, yung set u, papalitan lang natin yung n, ito, ng 1. Alright? Where yung magiging value natin is, of course, positive and then a negative 1. So, ito na yun. And then, ito na mga second set natin, wherein ang value ng n natin is 2. So, magiging positive 2 and then negative 2. And then, same goes with the last one. So, u sub 0. So, yung pinaka-first is positive 0 and then a negative 0. Right? So, kung papansin nyo dito, na-simplify pa siya, wherein yung 0 natin or negative 0 natin is 0. Since hindi naman mahalaga, since 0 nga siya, positive man or negative, same lang siya na 0. So, ang ginawa natin is 0, 0. And then, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, walang nauulit na element sa isang set. So, pwede nyo ito i-simplify into single 0. Okay. So, any questions so far?
Answer.
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 Right? So, pag may naulit na element, tanggalin nyo lang yun. Okay? So, dapat lahat ng elements sa isang set is magkakaiba. Okay? So, let's have an exercise. Letter 8. So, we have... Right. So, pasensya na. Nag-away yung dalawang aso. Alright, so we have a set X wherein it contains ABC, a set Y contains ACB, and then a Z contains ABB, CCC. So what are the elements of X, Y, and Z? So ano yung mga elements ng X, Y, and Z wherein they are the same?
ABC,
ABC, sir.
ABC.
Bakit? Ngayon ko lang napagtanto. Parang nonsense itong mga tanong na to. Okay, so this one was 1 year ago. Okay, so inano ko lang. Actually, dinagdagan ko lang ngayon. So ang sagot dun sa pinakauna is A,
BC.
X, Y, Z is equal to element A, B, C. Alright? So again, hindi mahalaga yung arrangement as long as dapat magkakaiba sila ng element. So dito, may naulit na dalawa. So you can remove this one and then may naulit na ito, dalawang C. So pwede nyo tanggalin tong dalawang C. Wherein, lahat sila pare-parehas na merong A, B, and C. Right. So next one. How are X, Y, and Z related?
They share common elements.
Alright, so that's good. So yun. They share same or common elements. Alright, so next one. How many elements are in the set? Ito. So kayo nang bahala. Ilang
Three,
elements ang meron tayo dito?
3, sir.
3, sir.
Alright, so 3 elements. So, eto, hindi na mahalaga kung ano yung laman niya since considered lang to as one element. Alright? So, this one is 3. How about letter C? For each positive integer x, let a sub x is equal to x and then x squared. So, find a sub 1, a sub 2, and then a sub 3. So, kulayan ko lang to. Anyone? So, pwede kayong mag-raise ng hand. I think meron kayong button na raise ng hand dyan. Para... So, A sub 1 muna. Ano yung A sub 1 natin? So, lagay
1,
ko
1.
1 squared, sir.
1 squared.
1 lang, sir.
So,
One.
supposedly, kung step by step, 1, 1. Tama ba? Raise
Yes.
pala.
1 squared muna, sir.
Hirap naman ng superscript dito. Oops, nadadamay. Yan. So, kung isi-simplify nyo pa to, 1 squared is still 1. Tama ba?
1.
So, kapag set, dapat walang nauulit na element. So, pwede natin itong tanggalin isa. So, A1 is just 1. Alright, so that's good. How about A2 or A sub 2? Okay, so habang
24.
using ko lang.
2 squared.
24.
2,
Sir, 2
Alright, so
squared.
2 squared dapat to.
2 squared.
Pero si-simplify na natin kagad para mabilis. So, 2 raised to 2 is 4. So, 2, 4. Alright? So, how about A sub 3?
39.
3, 9.
Madadamay. Alright. So, eto. Naging subscript na rin siya. So, 3 and then 9. Alright? So, ganun lang naman kadali. Okay? So, any questions so far?
None, sir.
Wala, sir.
none, sir.
So, hindi mo lang ito magigets pag hindi ka nakikinig. So, pag nakinig ka agad, so sobrang easy lang nito. Parang grade 5 lang to. Alright. So, ito na yun. So, ito na yung mga symbols ng mga sets natin. So, kapag R, ibig sabihin, set to ng mga real numbers. Kapag Z, this is a set of all integers. Okay, so take note kapag set of integers, hindi letter I, but this one is letter Z. Okay? And then Q is the set of all rational numbers or quotients of integers. Alright? So para mas clear ito sa inyo, meron akong diagram dito which came from Google. So very helpful si Mr. Google. So this one, all of those are real numbers. Okay, so kahit negative pa yan, kahit may hindi nakalagay dito. Pero I think imaginary number is still yung merong let's say 2i. So that one is still a real number. So kahit ano, lahat ng klase ng number actually is a real number. Okay? And then ito yung natural numbers natin. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then kapag sinabi natin whole numbers, dito naman na yung kasama na yung 0. So 0 is considered as a whole number. Alright? And then for integers, so ito na papasok yung negative numbers natin. Okay? So negative hanggang positive. So infinite na yan. And then for rational numbers, ito na yung may mga point or may mga decimal. Right? So this one is a real number, negative 2, negative 1.816, 0, 1, or even a square root, or even a pi. Okay? That one is still a real number. Okay? And then irrational numbers, ito. Sabi na irrational numbers, ito na yung mga naka-square root. Okay? Even a pi is a irrational number. Alright? So kapag hindi ito, let's say yung kinalabasan nito is hindi whole number, yun. So this one is an irrational number. Alright? So balikan nyo na lang to kung sakaling medyo nalilito kayo, pero I think sobrang dali lang naman i-memorize nito. Ito lang naman matatandaan nyo eh. Rational numbers, which is point, and then integers, covered niya yung negative sa positive. Whole numbers, covered niya yung 0. And then natural numbers, hindi kasama yung 0. Okay? So, set builder notation. So, so actually ganito yung makikita yung symbols mamaya. So, dito ipapaliwanag isa-isa kung paano yung pagbasa. Okay? So, let S denote a set, and let P of X be a property that elements of S may or may not satisfy. Okay, so depende sa sa binigay niyang condition. Okay? So we may define a new set to be the set of all elements. Highlight ko lang ito. To be the set of all elements X in S such that P of X is true. Okay? So we denote this set as follows. So basically we have an element, and then so element X, and then yung symbol ng element, and then yung set natin, yung variable set natin, which is S. And then yung pagbasa dito, itong parang straight na line or vertical line is such that. And then yung pagbasa din dito is P of X. Okay? So, yun na nga. X is an element of S such that P of X. Alright? So mamaya medyo magigets nyo to kapag meron na tayong mga example. So for now, stop ko muna dito since meron na lang tayo 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So baka may mga question kayo or clarification?
Sir, parehas lang yata yung empty set tsaka null set.
Parehas lang. So yun nga ang pagkakaalala ko din is parehas lang. So paki-search na lang. I think they are the same since yung right. So wait lang. Wherein ang empty set, yun na nga, is walang laman, and then null is meron siyang element pero hindi valid since ganun yung parang nabasa ko sa libro dati. Alright. So thank you for that one sa clarification. So empty set is equal to a null set. So how about the others? You guys have a question?
Sir, question, sir.
Yes?
Sir, saan ko pwedeng isend yung tinatanong nyo kanina, sir, na schedule ko?
Dito sa chat na lang. Chat. So end ko na to para mapasa ko yung chat. Alright, so yung mga wala question, pwede nang mag-leave. Wait nyo na lang yung second link mamaya for the continuation.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Sir, paano kung may send, sir?
Dito na lang sa chat. Meron tayong parang chat box dito, di ba? Or
Pero hindi, sir, pwedeng mag-share ng image.
ikuan mo na lang sa akin. Isend mo na lang sa akin sa messenger. Okay lang.
Yes, sir. Sige, sir.
Na lang para mas ma-save ko pa din. Alright? So,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
gawin ko na lang yung second link para sa continuation niya. Dapat 2 hours and then 2 hours. Ay, hindi na para doon. Yeah.